Now, Way 31 Storm Tracker meteorologist Grace Anello with 31 Triple Doppler.
Well, not for the first time this year, we're tracking snow yet again in North Alabama and southern Tennessee. This round coming to us late Tuesday night and into Wednesday. We're talking about snow for many, a rain-snow mix for some others. We're going to dive into pretty significant detail about that, but very quickly, I want to get you a quick 30 seconds of what you can expect out the door right now as you're heading to lunch. 11:43 on your Monday, and 31 Triple Doppler looks incredible. We were dominated in clouds this morning, but now it's full-on sun. Unfortunately, our temperatures aren't quite matching it. Most of us sitting right around the freezing mark. 32 in Scottsboro, Fort Payne, cooler at 30 in Huntsville, and sitting right there at the freezing mark again in Muscle Shoals. That same jacket you needed this morning, you're going to need it this afternoon and likely all day long. So make sure you keep that handy. The sunshine is ours to keep, but the temperatures are staying quite cold. Even at our warmest, we're sitting in the mid 40s. We're feeling like 40. By dinner time tonight, we're feeling back to that freezing mark. So just stay bundled up. All right, now let's talk about the important stuff. That 31 alert day coming on Wednesday. Of course, not for severe weather, but for snow and that wintry mix as well. This all comes into effect at midnight on Wednesday, and it sticks with us until about 10 o'clock in the morning, so almost a full 12 hours of that wintry mix. Now, I don't want you to freak out, and I don't want you to be nervous. This is a weaker scale system from what we saw in January. January, we were talking 6 to 8 inches of snow. Now we're talking 1 to 3, 3.5. That 3.5 range is in southern Tennessee. Then we're talking about 2 to 3 north of the river, sub 3 inches, so maybe 2.5, 2 inches south of the river, and then fairly negligible amounts as we head closer to Birmingham. So yes, it's there and we need to be mindful of it, but it's not quite as heavy as what we saw earlier this year. Now here we're talking about future radar, of course, but we're talking about that rain-snow line. That's the key to this component. Who's going to see just snow? Who's going to see a wintry mix that could lead to a little bit of ice? Well, as it stands right now, this line is bobbing back and forth. 1 to 2 degree temperature change at any point in the upper atmosphere could change this. When it first enters into our region around 11 p.m., that rain-snow line is sitting north in Franklin County. By midnight, when we start to see more widespread coverage, now it's sitting in Winston County, so it's a little bit farther south. It kind of hangs out in those southern counties all the way through the wee hours of the morning. In fact, even stretching towards the bottom of our coverage area. But fast forward to 8 o'clock in the morning, we're starting to see some weakening in the system, but it's rebound now to the top of Cherokee County, north of Gadsden, and even stretching towards Lake Gunnersville. So that is kind of fluctuating, and that's what we're keeping our eyes on. What has not changed is our northern counties. That's keeping snow the entire morning long. We'll start to see that get out of the way by about 11 o'clock in the morning, and then we're left with the accumulation, but no new precipitation. So here's your generalization for you. Snow north of the river, that mix south, and rain farther to our south. Really what's going to happen south of the river is you're going to start with snow, then see a little bit of that mix, and then end up with snow again. So it's a little bit of a back and forth. That's why I need you to check in. Check in with Jeff tonight, with me tomorrow morning, as we continue to see that temperature profile, remembering that only 1 or 2 degrees is what makes the difference here. We'll continue to fine-tune exactly where that line is going to sit, which is going to open up a lot of doors to this forecast. But you should have a fairly decent idea of what you're going to see, so I want you to go ahead and prepare for that starting today without being scared. We're much colder on the back end of this snow. We're much warmer by the middle of next week.